What if I told you that losing your top-rated seller badge on eBay does not have to crush your business, and in some cases it barely matters at all? In this video, I'm going to show you the real pros of being top-rated, the hidden truth about what happens when you drop to above average, and most importantly, how to bounce back stronger. And stick with me until the end, because I'll also reveal how tools like Zik Analytics can help you spot winning products, even if you're not top-rated, and still crush your sales and increase your profit tremendously. So let's jump right to the video. First, let's start with the obvious question. Why does top-rated status even matter? Well, if you're a top-rated seller, you're basically sending a signal to eBay and to buyers that you are a seller that they can trust. And eBay rewards that trust. You get a boost in search visibility, which means more eyeballs on your listings. And you also save money with discounts on final value fees. And on top of that, you get the top-rated badge. And that little icon might look small, but it's powerful. It instantly makes buyers feel safer choosing your item over someone else's. In short, top-rated status is like eBay giving you a stamp of approval, and that can potentially translate into more sales and better margins. Now, if you slip down to above average, the landscape changes. You might not get the same push in search results, and you lose those feed discounts, which can also make a big difference when you're selling in high volume. And of course, without that badge, some buyers might hesitate or go with a competitor who has it, but honestly, they can do that even if you have it. This is where most sellers get it wrong. Losing top-rated is not the end of the world. Above average still puts you in a good standing, and with that, you can absolutely be successful without that badge. Plenty of sellers are hitting huge numbers every month without being top-rated. The difference is that they're sharper with their strategy. They have better products. They focus on strong titles, great pricing, solid photos, and they keep customer service on point. If you do that, then you can still make Q4 one of your best seasons ever, even without the perks of top-rated. That's exactly what I'm going to show you in the next parts to come. So you need to understand that eBay's evaluation for seller status is conducted monthly on the 20th every single month, looking back at either the past 3 months or 12 months of sales depending on your transaction volume. A 12-month period is used for sellers with fewer than 400 transactions in the preceding 3 months, while a 3-month period is used for high-volume sellers with 400 or more transactions in the last 3 months. So every 20th of the month, your seller status can change or stay the same. If getting top-rated is such a big deal, the next question is, what actually causes you to lose it? And how do you get it back? And the truth is, eBay looks at a few key performance metrics when deciding on your status. Defect rate, things like order cancellations or cases closed without resolution, late shipments, not uploading tracking on time, or orders arriving later than promised. They also look at tracking upload rate. eBay wants to see valid tracking numbers on nearly every single order. To become an eBay top-rated seller, sellers must upload valid tracking information for at least 95% of your transactions. So the key takeaway here is that if any of those just slip too much, eBay can bump you down from top-rated to above average. Why is this harder for dropshippers? Because late shipments and uploading valid tracking numbers for each order are harder to manage compared to sellers holding their own stock. Here's the good news. All of these factors are things that can improve, and one of the easiest ways to stay on top of them is through automation tools. Automatically convert tracking numbers to valid ones, monitor tracking, and keep your stock and prices updated in real time. That means fewer late shipments, fewer out-of-stock cancellations, and way less risk of defects just piling up. So, bottom line, If you want to protect your account or fight your way back to top rated, automation is your best friend. It takes care of the little details that can make or break your status, and it frees you up to focus on growing your sales. And speaking of growth, in the next part, let's just dive into, what you can do to maximize your sales even if you have an above average seller status, because trust me, there's still a ton of opportunity waiting for you. At the end of the day, your account status is important, but nothing drives your success more than the products you sell. And that's where Zik Analytics becomes a real game changer. Instead of guessing what might work and pushing exaggerated products, Zik shows you the data, products with high sales, strong profit margins, and low competition. It's like having a shortcut to spot the best of the best, so you can focus on selling what's already proven to work. The key takeaway here is that top-rated seller level plays no role at all when you know what the market wants to buy. So the next question is, how do you actually spot products with high profit margins, a strong market fit, and low competition? First of all, let's head over to Zik Analytics, and then I'm going to review you a way for you to identify these products. The first thing that you have to do is right here to the quick settings, and just make sure that you have your search set up for the right supplier that you want to source the products from. So in this case, I'm going with shipping location United States, supplier Amazon.com, and then once you got this all set up, you see that Zik gives you a whole range of ways to find winning products. For example, right here in the marketing insights, Zik already shows me trending niches, trending products, trending dropshippers, and even a calendar with all the upcoming events. You're always one step ahead of your competitors. And of course, there are plenty of other tools that uncover the best products for you, and sometimes in just seconds. But today, we're going to focus in one tool in particular, and that is the bulk scanner. Now, you might be asking yourself, what is the bulk scanner and how do I use the bulk scanner in the best way possible? Well, let me show you. First, you need a competitor who's sourcing products from the same supplier you're using. In this example, I'm working with Amazon. So I've chosen the seller, my job 53, and then now, if you already like the seller's products, you probably have them in your saved seller list. But if not, it's super easy. You just click here like this and then you save them. And then with a quick note like great Amazon seller or great profits. So that way you can come back later and repeat exactly what we're about to do next. Normally, the next step would be to check all of their products manually and pick the ones that match the metrics that you're after, right? But here's where the bulk scanner makes life so much easier. It scans their entire product catalog automatically, so you don't waste time searching one by one. And for that, I just need to click right here on Scan All Items, View All Items, and then you'll be inside the bulk scanner. Just a quick note, of course, if you want to go directly to the tool, you can always come right here on the menu bar and then go to AI tools and then click here on bulk scanner. Now, as you can see, it divides the tool into two ways of using it, and I'm going to show you both. Let's talk about the multi-scanner first. You can select one or more sellers to bulk scan, and then you can tell it exactly the product metrics that you're looking for, and automatically it will find an exact product on your supplier. Simply select the sellers and then you click right here on Add to Multi-Scanner. Choose the metrics that you're looking for. So in this case, I'm going with minimum price $20, minimum profit $5, minimum sales 2 sales, and sales date range 7 days. And to always be safe and avoid more defect and negative feedbacks, I'm going to select Prime only. And then I just click here, create scan. He's already moved to this side of the multi-scanner. So just a quick note here, I'm doing this with only one competitor, but Zik can analyze up to 5 competitors' products at once. Now, once the scan is complete, I'm just gonna click right here on the folder name, and then as you can see, it shows us all the products that Zig found and all the details about them both on eBay and on Amazon. For example, the second product right here is this 30 pieces air vents 2-inch circular soft vent stainless steel round right here. We can source the exact same product for just $15.99, and he's selling for $27.71, and this leaves him with a profit of $5.88 per sale. Just look at how many winning products that he has with great profit margins. And the coolest thing is that I can snipe all of them right now to my store with just a few clicks. Just come right here at the top and then you click upload all, and then you just simply need to select your lister, your store, eBay.com as a marketplace. If you want to be extra careful, then Zig provides me with the options to exclude viral brands and to exclude restricted words. I'll select them both, and then I'm going to click here, upload items. Now, they're being uploaded to your lister's drafts, and then you just need to optimize and list them like that. It's very simple. And wait, because we're not quite done yet. Now, for our second way of using the bulk scanner, we're going to do things a bit more manually. But in my opinion, honestly, it's where the gold lies. And your eBay seller status plays no role at all. Now, to do that, I need to go back to the bulk scanner, and then on the left side, I'm going to click right here on the seller's name. On the top, you can see that Zig already divides his products into exact items and similar items and not found items. So let's just take a look at this exact items, for example. Just like we looked at the multi-scanner, then we got the similar items. And here, Zig will provide you with a very similar product with basically the same characteristics, which, by the way, eBay loves when you bring new products for their marketplace. Now, the last products that we have are the not found items. To be honest, and please don't tell this to anyone, okay? But right here is where the gold is, okay? Why do I say that? Think with me, guys. Zig has such a huge database, and even Zig wasn't able to find an exact or similar match for these items, which means that this seller really went the extra mile to hide the product source. And this is something you will only do for top winning products you don't want anyone to snipe. And that's exactly where we come in and find them on Amazon and listed with little to no competition aside from this competitor. So let me show you how we do it. Let's take the first item for this example right here, okay? It has sold 17 times in the last 30 days. Now, the only thing that I have to do to be able to find this product on my supplier is to open up the product on eBay and right click on the image, and then you're just going to select search with Google Lens. Then we'll have a lot of options to choose from. In this case, I'm going with this one right here from Amazon. Look at this, my friends. The competitor is selling for $27.89 and sourcing it for only $13.53, leaving him with a total profit per sale around $18. How crazy is that? You want to see another one? All right, this time I'm going to do something a bit different. Look at this one right here for example. All right, instead of right clicking, I'm going to copy the title and I'm going to run a search on Amazon, just like this, guys. Look, right away, we found the product. It's selling for just $17.99 on Amazon. On eBay, he's selling for $27.89. That's around $6 profit per sale. Simply music to my ears. This is what I like to say. And here's a tip from me. When you price the items, price them 30 cents or 50 cents lower. You don't want to go down too much. And why is that? Because you don't want to start a race to the bottom. Keep the profit margin strong while staying competitive. Boys and girls, use these ways I just showed you using the bulk scanner, and then you can thank me later. All right, you can write in a comment. There you have it, right? Losing your top-rated status might feel like a setback, but it doesn't define your success. What defines you is how you respond, whether with tightening up your processes, lean on automation to protect your account, or double down on powerful tools like Zig Analytics to uncover the very best products. The truth is, success on eBay is wide open for anyone willing to put in the work. So don't let a badge decide your future. Focus on strategy, on data, and on consistency, and then you will prove to yourself that the only thing that can truly tank your sales is giving up. Keep moving forward, and I'll see you next time.